Hey, what's up? It's time to rank more songs. Today I'm going to be ranking every single DPR Ian song. He is one of my favorite artists of all time. I've been a fan of him ever since he started releasing his own music because I was already a fan of DPR Live. So then when Ian started releasing his music, I was like, I'm sure I'm going to like this too. And now here I am. Also, the DPR Dream Reborn tour just started, so it felt like an appropriate time to do this one. I'm obviously going to be going to the tour. I'll be at the Chicago show October 4th. Which reminds me, I have an extra ticket if anybody's looking for one. On ticketing day, I panicked. I don't do well under pressure. If you're a future employer, you did not hear me say that. But I panicked and I accidentally bought a regular GA ticket and a VIP ticket. I don't need both. So if you're looking for a ticket, I have one. It was $100 after all of the fees and stuff because, Ticketmaster committing daylight robbery. You can have it for less. I would like some of my money back. If not, I'll give it to a friend and force them to go. Anyways, onto the ranking. Here are the categories. We have life-changing. Those are for my absolute favorite songs that I cannot imagine not having in my life, and I listen to them all the time. Then we have love, 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 good but not a fave, fine, and would probably skip if it came on shuffle. Let's get ranking. If you're expecting me to have any technical knowledge of music while doing this, please lower your expectations. Back when I was in college, I was forced to take a music production class for my degree, and my teacher said, you don't have to know anything about music production, you just need to know what sounds good to you. And I took that to heart. And that's the vibes we're bringing into the ranking, what sounds good to me. Starting with Dear Insanity, I hate to have to start off the ranking this way, but I would put Famous Last Words and would probably skip if it came on shuffle. The key word here is shuffle. If it comes on shuffle, I'm not going to listen to it. However, if I'm listening to the album top to bottom, I'm obviously not going to skip it. I'm not a heathen. You have to listen to the whole thing. Now, how often am I listening to the entire album front to back? A lot, actually, because I still listen to CDs in my car, and Dear Insanity is in my CD player as we speak. Welcome to the Other Side. I'm going to put into Love, Love, Love. This is probably the song that grew the most on me. When this album was first released, it was not one that I went back to a lot, but this year is probably one of my most listened to on the album, to be honest. Have you seen that debate online on whether you're a production person or a lyrics person? Because I always thought I was a lyrics person because I love a story. However, when I really think about it, I'm okay with lyrics not being the best thing I've ever heard if the production's great. But a song can have the best lyrics in the world. If the production's boring, I'm not listening to it. So I think I'm a production girl. I'm not entirely sure what point I'm trying to make. All that to say, I love the production on this song. I love the drama of it all. Like, take me into the universe. Don't Go Insane is life-changing. I just remember listening to the song for the first time, and when I got to the bridge, my jaw was like on the floor. I was instantly in love with the song. I for sure thought it was gonna be my favorite on the album. Spoiler alert, it's not. We'll get there. But I mean, she's iconic. And she had her little viral moment on TikTok, which, by the way, this song getting popular on TikTok brought out some of the craziest posts I've ever seen in my life from people who know absolutely nothing about Ian or his music, which is fine. But you just have to laugh at some of the things that they were saying. I saw a tweet that was like, that Don't Go Insane song is horny personified. Is it? I must have missed that. Is it possible that I completely misjudged the vibe of the song? Sure. I'm not perfect. I don't think I'm that dumb though. I don't think my comprehension skills are that poor. There was a video that came up on my For You page on TikTok that's talking about the whimpering part in the song. Whimper is crazy. I'm not here to judge anyone. I don't think you know what whimpering sounds like. Then there was a comment saying that he made BDSM music videos. That one threw me for a loop. I can't even tell you what video they're referring to. That's how out of left field that comment felt. I don't even have a guess. It was like I entered the Twilight Zone and I was listening to a different song than everybody else. Bad Cold, another life-changing song. This is my favorite song on the album. I was not expecting this song to be my favorite on the album when it first came out. Because I remember months before the release, he teased this song on Instagram, and I specifically remember listening to it and being like, that one's not gonna be my favorite. Clearly I don't know myself. I love the switch up in it. I love it. So I Danced is gonna go into Love, Love, Love. She's fun. She's a fun song. Now, if I was ranking music videos, this would be number one. This is my favorite music video of his, I think. I don't know, I'm bad at making decisions. Now, Peanut Butter and Tears is life-changing. This was the first song released from the album and I was obsessed. immediately obsessed. Violet Crazy, there's something telling me to put it in life changing, but I feel like I can't possibly put more than half this album into the life changing category. So I'm gonna put it in love, love, love instead, because I do think I like it less than the 3 that are up there. I'm warning you now, don't expect many songs to be low, because why would I be a fan of someone if I didn't like their music? That just seems counterproductive. Anyways, Violet Crazy, love, love, love. One of my favorite things that artists do in songs are when they say the word silent, silence, quiet, something like that, and all the instrumentals go away and it's quiet. No matter how many times I hear an artist do it, I'm obsessed every time. Seraph, I know how much people love this song, and I know that what I'm about to do is going to be kind of crazy, but I would probably skip Seraph if it came on shuffle. Don't get me wrong, I think it's a beautiful song. I just don't listen to it, except when I'm in my car with my CDs. I love, love, love One Shot. The burst of adrenaline that goes through me when I hear the second verse of this song, I feel like I could fight someone. Mood. I also love, love, love Mood. I love all the different vocal effects and all the different voices. I think she's fun. I think she's creative. Misunderstood is good but not a fave. I have no real reason for that one. It just feels right. Our first life-changing for this album, Avalon. I love this song so much. And this was another instance of me completely ignoring this song when the album was first released. And now it's like in my top 3 off the album. Merry-Go, another life-changing track. This one's probably also in my top 3. And when I look at the songs that I've left from this album, there's like at least 3 more that I would consider top 3 songs. So I don't know how that's gonna work. I love a song that makes me sad. And that's what Merry-Go does to me. Because isn't that like the whole point of music, is to make you feel something? No matter what the emotion is, if you feel absolutely nothing when listening to a song, that's rough. I also think this is my favorite, and dare I say his best vocal performance on a song. Ribbon is fine. This is my least favorite on the album, which might seem confusing because Seraph is ranked lower. But like I said, I like Seraph. I just don't listen to it. Winterfall, another life-changing one. I've always loved this song. The ending specifically is just so pretty. This is another one that has a switch up. I'm noticing a pattern here in that I like songs that switch up at the end. What can I say? Keep me on my toes. Calico's going into good but not a fave, which is kind of crazy because when this album first came out, this was my favorite song on this album. It was number 1. My dad really likes this song, if that means absolutely anything to anybody. He specifically likes the ending of it. When he first heard it, he was like, oh, I need to learn how to play this because he plays guitar. I don't think he ever did. He actually likes a lot of Ian's music. One day he told me, he's like, oh, I want to jam with that guy. My dad, my 60-something-year-old father, and his friends get together in the basement of our home and they jam. They have a whole setup. They have guitars, drums, microphones, keyboards, amps, what have you. I think they're like living out their rock star fantasy or something. I don't know. But you know that one TikTok audio that's that girl's mom? She's like, well, why don't you call Taylor up? About Taylor Swift? That's my dad with me trying to get him new jam buddies. I'm like, I don't know what you think this is. Mr. Insanity is life-changing. This is my favorite song on the album. I don't know why, but it is. And I don't feel like Mr. Insanity gets the love it deserves. I don't think it's the best song on the album. I don't even think it's in the top 3, but it's my favorite. Ballroom Extravaganza is obviously a life-changing song. I do not know a single person who does not like this song. Ballroom Extravaganza is just very much my style of music. I love the rockier sound. Sometimes I'm was another grower for me. I'm gonna put it in love, love, love. I'm also super excited to see this back on the set list. Am I upset that Merry-Go is off of it? Well, yes, I am. But you know what? You win some, you lose some. If I'm being honest, I will say I usually skip the talking in the beginning of this song. Because let me ask you a question. Have you ever accidentally fallen asleep with headphones and listening to music, and then were woken up by a man speaking directly into your ear? It's frightening. It's a little frightening. Looking at my history of where I put every other intro, I am sure you can guess that Mito is going into would probably skip if it came on shuffle. Except when I'm in my car, right? No, because I don't own this album, and I don't want to talk about it. A few months ago, I was browsing on Half Price Books website, which if you don't know, they're a used bookstore, and I saw this album on there for $40, immediately bought it. I'm like, these are going for $600 on eBay, this is a steal. Tell me why the next day I get an email from them, and they're like, we actually don't have this anymore. I was like, oh, so you hate me, so you want me dead. And the worst part is, I went around praising this store to everybody I knew. I was like, I love Half Price books. Never disappoint me. They always have what I need. Just for them to embarrass me like that. You know what song I do love though that I didn't include for some reason? Mito Reborn. That song is sick. I feel like this might ruffle some feathers, but So Beautiful is good but not a fave for me. I understand how like iconic this song is. It was the first song he released besides Zombie Pop. It was like the introduction to Mito. When I'm looking at all the other songs that I have in Life Changing and Love Love Love, I don't think So Beautiful compares to those, personally. Dope Lovers is also going to go into good but not a fave. I think the last minute or so of the song is the best part of it. It just gives it like that extra oomph that it needs, you know? Next we have No Blueberries with DPR Live and CL. This song's just fine to me. I think my favorite part of the song is DPR Live's verse. There's something about that pew, 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 that my brain obsessed with. But it's definitely not one of my favorite songs of his. Now Nerves. If you know anything about me, you know where this song is going. It's life-changing. This is my favorite song of all time, which is kind of a bold statement, but I think it's the truth. I never get tired of this song. This was not my original favorite song on the album, believe it or not. And I remember when the switch happened to this one being my favorite song. It was September of 2022. I put all of my liked songs on Spotify on shuffle, which I never do because there's almost 10,000 of them. This song came on and I was like, wait, why is this actually the best song I've ever heard in my life? And because I've never liked anything normally a day in my life, I proceeded to listen to this song on repeat for a month straight. I wish I was exaggerating. Something clicked in my brain and I could not turn it off. Like, it got to a point where the people in my life were like, Alyssa, we need to listen to something else. And I was like, I physically cannot do that at the moment. And quite frankly, it's rude that you even asked. Next up, we have Scaredy Cat. This was my original favorite song on the album. And while it's not my favorite anymore, I still think it's life-changing. I always loved this song because as someone who is often described as being afraid of her own shadow, I could relate heavily. Me and Scaredy Cat were like this. Like, Scaredy Cat got me. Welcome to the show. I love, love, love this song. This is another one where I just really love his voice. No Silhouette, another love, love, love. Each album seems to have a grower for some reason. No Silhouette is that song for me on this album. I've been obsessed with this song for like the past year. I don't know why. I don't know what changed. I really love the production of this one as well. We're done with the albums. Out of all the albums, this one is not ranked the best compared to the others. However, I'm a firm believer that your first album should not be your best album. I feel like as an artist, you should be growing and evolving and getting better. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. I don't make music. But when I think of like all of my favorite albums, not a single one of them are a debut album. Skins, I love, love, love. This is another heartbreaking song, and we've been over the fact I love that. I eat that up. The song's very vulnerable, and I love it a lot. Saint is good, but not a fave. This is probably the song on the EP that I listen to the least. Not sure why, that's just the way it happened. Limbo, love, love, love. This is my favorite song on the EP. I knew that this was going to be my favorite song immediately because the first line of this song, the don't waste your tears on someone you can't even save, that might not be it word for word, but you get what I'm saying. That line was also in a teaser that was posted before Dear Insanity came out, and I remember it sticking out to me then too. So then when I clicked play on Limbo for the first time, and that's the first thing I hear, immediately hooked. On to some miscellaneous songs. Zombie Pop, She's Fine. It's a fun song, but I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to it. Speaking of fun songs, Boom is a life-changing song for me. This is with DPR Live. It's one of those songs for me where I hear it and I'm just like immediately in a better mood. I think it's so fun. And here's how you know that I force the things I like onto other people in my life. I went on vacation a few months ago with my family and I caught my sister-in-law singing this song. I was like, we got her. Some people might call it being annoying. I call it promotion. I call it word of mouth marketing. Like, get with the regime or get out. I don't know what to tell you. Diamonds, Tea, and Pearls. This one is also with DPR Live and somebody else, I think. It was for a Marvel movie. Which one? Great question. I've never seen a Marvel movie in my life. I never listened to the song. Last but not least, we have Do or Die with DPR Arctic. I love, love, love Do or Die. She's another fun one, and she's probably going to go crazy live. I'm so excited to hear it. And that's all the songs. That's the final ranking. I think I feel pretty confident about where I ranked everything, but who knows? Ask me again in a year, it's probably going to be completely different. So